As you can see here, I've upgraded my note-taking stuff from making posts inside Discord to an actual proper note-taking tool. So we can do a to-do list up here. And I can do little checkboxes and stuff, which is cool, and it marks them off. So our to-do list tonight is going to be, we're going to fix underwater radars, underwater water objects in sectors. And next we're going to try to fix helis blowing up on spawn at 8 sectors. And if we have time, I'm not sure if we'll have time, we were going to try to fix side chat spam. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, I forgot to start Steam up before stream. Boo. Hopefully we don't have any massive updates to do. Okay, nice. No updates. Oh yeah. Earlier today we were playing Reforger, I remember. That's why we have no updates. I was doing the experimental playtest with the devs. It was pretty good. It was nighttime though, so it literally just turned into AI sniping. Okay, cool, here we go. I already got the code base open. Alright, close all these. Okay. Well, let's just jump right into it. Let's get the mission booted up. Dude, I heard Diablo 4 Season 3 is getting really awful reviews. Like, super awful. Nothing interesting there. Okay, Arma 3. So our solution for the objects underwater in the sectors, it's going to be the same solution we used for Miller Edition, which essentially amounts to just slightly reconfiguring the map to make sure people can't stick things completely underwater. So tonight I am having a Leffe beer from Belgium in honor of Mr. Thomas's hard work. It was the only Belgian beer I could find on a short notice, so I grabbed one. And I started streaming about an hour late today because I was cooking dinner and didn't want to have another dinner stream like I had last month. I feel like that's really not great. Okay, so let's go to server browser. Nope. Editor is what I want. See if they open Warlords servers up. Apparently. Oh, there you go. Oh, yep, there it is. Editor. Been a while since I've done any editing. This. Oh, you know what? I think the map we're trying to use won't show up on this. I forgot to add a not altus to the end of it. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, should be right there. Okay, so we'll go fix this super fast. And dot altus. Okay. Here we go. So I got an error there saying it was opened by another program, which it was. It was opened by VS Code. And now when we go here, scenarios open, we should see, where's Redux Core? Okay, and then what I think I'm going to do, I need to make a couple notes real fast on some of the sectors like Saginaw Harbor. I want to make sure I keep the CP values roughly the same.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Kind of just, I need to look at these sectors to see which ones are my problem children and make some notes to, I can just spam notes in this thing. Scratch pad. Okay, I'm that over to the other screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so what ones are going to be a problem? Okay, so maze buoys. Buoys. And the maze buoys are 6 CP. Latvia. These are all new sectors. I've never played at any of these sectors. I have no idea how you pronounce them. Okay, that's 4 CP. CP for rumors here. Should probably just go around the coastline instead of jumping back and forth like this. Okay, Cape Telos. And that is 6 CP. Oh, Mistia. Five CP for the point out here. Ghost Hotel. Big outliers there. Ghost Hotel. There, that is 5 CP. $14 CP for this zone right. Alcachori, one of the classics. CP. Okay, Cavallo Beach is going to be a bit of an issue there. Ah, we can make it work. We can make it work. Okay, we're almost done here. Okay, Sag and AC base. This is the one that's actually the toughest to deal with. You end up, I think you have to like make it a rectangle and like scoot it down here and all kinds of stuff. And I'm probably gonna end up lowering the CP value on. Because you can't really, because the peninsula it's on, it's just not feasible to. Sanctuary. So this is one of the really bad ones back in the day. Sticking stuff in the water. In fact, this was like the original zone people started using the underwater exploit. Pretty sure they still do on the default servers because they never went through and fixed it, I don't think. Yeah, this list ended up being bigger than I thought it was going to be. We fixed Pygros before. Or Naki. That was 6 CP, 5 CP. Yeah, we already have Latvia. Okay, cool. We are done. So now we just need to go and make it happen. Okay, here we are. Let's get started. Just update my notes there. Sorry. Latvia is over here. And I don't have to move it completely away from water, I just have to move it enough that people can't stick objects completely under the water. Okay, Latvia is done. Ruins is over here. This one's going to be kind of tough too, because it is just in an awful, awful place. I don't want to make it super tiny, but I want to keep it near the docks, but okay, cool. That'll. Huh. Interesting little way they did that. So we only need to shrink this by a tiny bit, so it'll keep its CP value basically the same. I move it just a couple meters. There we go. Okay, Ghost Hotel. This one is one of the, so we can actually solve a couple birds of one stone here. So what I did was move this one up here to the hill. And if you ever played really old Redux vehicles exploding, this was one of the zones they were exploding in because they couldn't find a good spawn spot. So moving it up here, if this map ever gets used for the old spawning systems, that now stuff, even if it spawns in the very center of the zone, it doesn't explode, so it's good. Very slightly modify this, just a few. There we go. Could still technically drop something off the edge of that. There we go. I don't see anything in the water on this zone. Well, I think this blue line right here is the actual water level. So, okay, we're gonna call that one done. Yeah, Agalatori is done too, because I think that blue line is the water line. Okay, now Kovala. This one you end up having to move it quite a bit to right here, which is a safe spot. And then to adjust size just a little bit. Guy 280. Ooh, like, do I have? Don't want to mess with Kavala too much. Yeah, if someone wants to troll right there, I'll let them troll right there. It's not worth the effort. Okay, this one we got to move quite a bit up here, up the hill a little bit. But since Kavala is slightly smaller, it gives us a lot more room to play with on this zone. So this zone was originally added as a carrier support zone, but there's no carrier on this map. I'm not entirely sure the function of the zone anymore, but okay, that's touching the water line right there. Okay, so let's mark all these. Dessa, this is a very easy fix. And one bad part about Odessa is this little ditch right here, but I don't think it's deep enough to actually stick a radar completely underneath, so I think we'll be okay there. Because there's really no way to keep these buildings and these buildings inside the sector without having this little river right here. AAC is good. That's what I thought. I didn't remember moving AACC in another edition. I was kind of wondering why that was showing up like that. Okay, Saguenay Harbor. This one is rough. So what we have to do is we have to change this from a square to a rectangle. And this one ends up losing value. There's just no way around it. So I think A is the up down, so we want to make this really small. Try 100 to start with. Nope. A is the left right. Right, we're getting there, we're getting there. This can go back to 50. Alright, now we need to move it. This is a tough one. I think this is the water line right here. I don't actually want to keep shrinking the zone. I think I'm gonna have to though. Okay, so there's still going to be a little spot right here where you can get stuff in, but that should only be a single. This is measured in, I think this is measured in feet. And right now I'm zoomed into the point where it's a single foot. So that should be, if this is the coastline, this should be 1 foot deep right there. And this would be 2, might be meters though too. If that's meters, so the maximum depth is going to be about 1.5 meters, which you can't, I don't think you would hide. Yeah, radars are above that height, so the radar would still be sticking out up above the water so people could target it. And I still kept the compound here as well. You kind of have to have this compound. It's like part of the character of the zone. So even in the worst case scenario, these elevation lines are in meters, which I don't think they are. I think they're feet. Even though the rest of the map's in meters, but okay, cool. That was the most difficult of the zones that we're gonna do. Change this by about 5 meters. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's actually a pretty steep drop off there. I do wish the coastline was slightly better defined. Let's shrink it like another 5 meters just to be super safe. Rather not have a patch note say this than someone immediately goes, ah, look what I did. Shore was already moved. Interesting. So Neo Chor used to include this harbor down here. And I don't remember moving it on this map. When I made the change to Miller Edition was after I forked this one. Yeah, that is 100% good to go already. Sweet. Maybe someone else at some time had the same idea I did. Power plant's good to go as well. Power plant used to incorporate this right here. Okay. Oh, I'm the one that did this. Duh, I'm so stupid. Okay. So, when I fixed Pygros, so a couple months ago I fixed Pygros fast travel for the Horus and Vet guys. And when I did that, I pre-moved these zones away from the water. I remember it now. I remember now I snuck that change in without putting it in the patch notes. I remember now. Because I was really confused because I 100% sure I knew this water right here was in power plant and Neotor used to go off the end of the docks here. That means I probably fixed, yeah. I'll move this one like 1 meter to the side here though. There we go. Oh, except that causes a... Oh, we need to resize this a little bit. There's water down here. Okay, that's it. Here. Dunzos. Save that. Jump into play. Just make sure I didn't somehow blow something up.
Warlords protocol
You know what? We've never looked at the RPT for this mission.
Select sector.
Do a quick little startup. Then we'll go look at the RPT files.
Sector selected.
Okay, so that's what I was looking at the circles instead of the little thing inside. Okay, so let's go documents, desktop. Number 3 RPTs. That is today. So you guys can read along with me. Zoom it in big time. Holy moly, dude. What in the world is going on here? Okay, so this is where I spawn the sectors, so that's a standard error. What is this? Oh my God, there's hundreds of errors here. All the same thing. Holy moly, dude, it's still going. My God, how many errors are there? Okay. So this is line 5007, 470. This is 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13 seconds, 15 seconds, 16. Wow. That's like 20 seconds straight of an error, like every single frame. Let's figure out how many error lines there actually are there. Okay, 5,000. 791 of the same error over 19 seconds. And this is the initial boot up. Oh, I'm gonna have to see what the other devs. Okay, so let's verify this isn't just some sort of one-off. Port. I'm gonna completely close this down just to make sure we get a fresh restart here.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Sector selected.
Okay, let's go check RPT files. Is that one down? Yep, got them all again, and it's still going. Wow. Oh, we got a whole lot less of them. That's good. Oh, hang on. Let's see if I can recreate this. I remember Open Warlords has a error that kicks out color code. Let's see if I show you. When you hover over a zone. So let's see if that is the same vein here. Yep, it updated, so something I caused another error since it just updated. Oh, yep, there we go. So, okay. So it's the map that's causing that, I think. Oh my goodness. So 42 seconds. So I'm not going to touch anything in game, so we're at 42 seconds. So we're going to close this. Okay. So we know as long as I'm not inside the game, I definitely, if it's, let's go back into the game. We're not going to touch the map. Let's this down. Okay. Sweet, that's good. So I think we've already narrowed the problem down. It's a map. Luckily I saw an error. Yep, 15. So we're at 15242. Okay. So now when I open up my map, we're going to get hundreds of error messages again. Okay, so I hovered over Aberdeen and so we're going to close the map. Yep, I could already tell it did it. Yep, there we go. So 154. So yep, that is it. You can see I have a gap right here. I'll zoom it in for you guys. So 152.42 was original. And then I didn't open up the map for about, turns out, 2 minutes there. Then when I open up the map again, we got wrong color format and basically the entire time the map's open. And I haven't opened up the map since this time. And if we close this, go back into game, come back. That's not good. There's a new error in there. Okay, cool. This is a completely unrelated error. Okay, so we know it has to do with the map. Okay. So give me 1 second. I'm going to report that in Discord. Alright, so that is reported. And let's push this up to GitHub. Okay, where is... Oh, we did not open up GitHub. Oh, it's... I changed the name to it. There we go. Cool. How do we want to title this commit? Can no longer place... No longer place... item... objects... water in sectors. Factor. Can no longer, I'm gonna rename this, no longer hide objects. Like, hide objects underwater sectors. Boom, here we go. Okay, so I am gonna go grab a new one of these leffes. And go to the bathroom and stuff, and I'll be right back and we'll start working on helicopters. Okay, we're back. So we need to go start editing some code to test some stuff out. Okay, so we need to find, let's see, what are we doing here? In distance? Ace. Okay, let's try 11. Go. Uh, 11. There we go, found it. It's sectors and net server. Got it, okay. So we're going to change this A right here. Eventually we're going to refactor this entire code right here to make it configurable, but for now we're just going to change this to H. And this should give us spawning only on helicopter pads. So we're gonna close this out to make sure it... I'm pretty sure you can do hot reloads here, but actually let's test it. We're just gonna open up scenario. Let me try a hot reload without restarting it. And we'll know if it starts us at a helicopter pad that we did the right thing.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Yep.
Select.
There we go.
sector.
It worked. Okay, so what we need to test is, I haven't really played this mission. So people say when you
Sector selected.
spawn in helicopters, they explode at these military bases, so
Select sector.
seems okay.
Select sector.
Well, this is not an
Select sector.
encouraging start.
Select sector.
Code's literally doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I took a look at this code the other day and it's literally functioning exactly the way it's supposed to.
Select sector. Select sector. Select sector.
I wonder if this is just not a good place to be testing this. Everything is working perfectly. Let's go try to find another base spot. So the ones I know for sure people have said are broken is the Kovala Dump and Saganese Harbor. So we can't recreate this bug. I'm gonna be a little bit we may, so if we end up not being able to recreate this bug, what I'm gonna do, because I don't have my co-located dedicated server up right now, I need to update the executable on that, and I won't be able to do that tonight. So if I can't, %, sure this is gonna work just perfectly. Yeah.
Sector selected. Select sector.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so this is another one of the things people are saying that is intersecting with this. Okay. Well, that's 50% of the bug reproduced.
Select sector.
Well, let's spawn something in really big.
Select sector.
Okay. Alright, okay.
Select sector.
Okie dokie. Starting to understand what's going on here. Okay, so let's go through and we're gonna go document some code here. So what we need to do is go to the order aircraft. Still learning my way around this code base to figure out where stuff's at. It was in a very small, there it is. Remember it being a very small sector. Or, okay, we're gonna, just a little bit for you guys. Okay, so what I need to do here is grab some system chat. Let's see if there's any system chats in this mission. System chat. Okay, so let's set this up. How am I going to... Right, so this is where I want my system chat to be. System chat format. Code block. Block number 1, run. Spawned. And that's going to be variable number 1. We're going to make this class. Do they all use position final? I'll just delete that. So I think I could see the problem in maybe right there, but because it spawned that little bit underneath the overhang. So okay, so this is code block 1 run. We're gonna paste this all over the place. Okay, so this is an else statement, so code block number 2 run. Another else. So what I think is going on here, I think this is the helicopter spawn code no runway. This is the helicopter spawn code with runway or taxiways. This is the airplane spawn code with taxiways. And this is the fallback for everything, maybe? We'll find out. Code block 3. Yeah, this is definitely giving me a 4. Okay, so now we can find out for sure which code block is running. Pretty sure it's this top one, but we're going to find out real quick.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Oh sweet, we're at Kavala Dump. This is one of the ones people said is really messed up.
Select sector. Sector selected. Select sector.
So code block 4, okay. Or, huh? Go look at code block 4, see what's happening there. So this might only be running, this code block 1 might only be running with UAVs. Okay, kind of makes sense. Go find code block 4. So this block code right here. Okay, so he's grabbing the array from find spawn positions. Okay, it's finding the, looks like it's finding the closest sector within, that's under 15 meters of the player. when the player calls it. Okay. I think this might be, so he's trying to call a flat spot here, which is good, but it's too restrictive. Or maybe find spawn positions is messed up. Okay, let's look up. Actually, we kind of got some documentation here for it right now. Oh, here's the problem. Why are they moving the... So there's your problem right there, it can't collide. So the aircraft's being created in a good spot via the game engine. And then they're moving it, but why are they moving it? They're literally... Why are they setting the direction too? Yeah, let's go open a file. Go find Miller Edition here. I understand what they've done here. Actually, I don't have... Let's shoot. All the other missions are spawning stuff in the air. Let's go look at Maverick real quick, see if we can this is order. Process client request. Yeah. Okay, let's open this to the right. Okay. Now we can do a side-by-side. I have to decrease the zoom here. Here we go. Okay, so here's my heli spawn code. Fortunately, it just spawns it in the air. Dang it. Okay, so let's look at the jet spawn code, see if we can... Yeah, the way jets respond on the ground is just asset create vehicle. There's no... Although it has this 5 right here. What is this doing? Yeah, we're gonna go look this up real quick. O3, create vehicle. Okay, so it's type, position, marker, placement. Okay, well, why would you have... Yeah, we're changing that to 0. So what that 5 there is it allows the vehicle to be placed in a circle within that radius. So that probably speeds the code up slightly, but okay, well, we'll give it a 1 meter radius. But it might also be allowing it to be placed somewhere not great. Okay, so that should fix the problem. And we save. Let's do a hot reload.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Ooh, this is another one of those zones people were complaining about. Should try it out here.
Select sector. Select sector. Sector selected. Select sector. Select sector.
Ooh, let's jump over there and look at that one real quick. Sure it's not intersecting the oh, no intersection so far. So far so good.
Sector. Select sector. Select sector.
This one spawn?
Select sector.
I'm like completely maxing this zone out. Let's see what happens when I run out of room here.
Sector.
Okay.
Select sector.
Alright, so far so... Okay, so... we had to do a lot to max the zone out, but we finally got an intersection here. The models aren't intersecting, but the rotors would intersect. So that's... Fortunately, the bounding box on the helicopters is what the engine uses to figure out if it's okay to place it there, not the rotors. Okay, so let's find a... Let's test out another zone.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, good.
Select
This was the
sector.
original one we tested. So we're going to be able to test to see if we can get a little bird to spawn underneath the overhang again. I think I've
Select
fixed that.
sector.
So
Sector selected.
it's not a great start. Okay.
Select sector. Select sector.
Okay, so far so good.
Select sector.
Alright, still doing good.
Select sector. Select sector.
Okay, this is actually really good. So we have not got that spawn underneath the thing, so I can pretty much at this point confirm. So it was a combination of having that 5-meter radius, allowing it to pick a spot, then put it somewhere within a radius, and then porting it with the can collide. Was basically porting the vehicle into stuff.
Select sector.
Yeah, at this point it's no.
Select sector. Select sector.
Nice. So let's try something big and see if it
Select
explodes.
sector.
Nope. There you go. Nice. So it's, yeah. Okay, I'm out of assets. Let's restart. Nice.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Oh, that's a bummer. There's a, oh, let's just exit out of this one. What I really need is Saganace's Harbor. That was one people said stuff was exploding at. Although I'm 99% sure we fixed the exploding.
Protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
I'm gonna keep going here until we get Kovala Dump or Saganace Harbor. I don't know if it's possible to get Saganace Harbor. What's the base startup code?
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh.
Select sector. Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector.
Nope.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select
This place has a
sector.
helipad? Oh. Well, this seems like a good place to test. Let's see what happens. So this time we're only going to spawn big stuff. We're going to see if we can cause any explosions.
Select sector.
Right, that's good.
Select sector. Sector selected.
Also good.
Select sector.
Alright, that's kind of an unavoidable. Just due to the size of the rotors on the Huron and the way bounding boxes work. You're gonna get that if you spawn a whole bunch of Hurons in one spot, which is why we're using them. So,
Select sector.
oh, we got our first explosion. So we ran out of spots. What did it explode on? Heck did it explode on? This is where it spawned, and there should be... Interesting. See if we can cause that to happen again. So if we're completely out of places to spawn helicopters, that is going to be the next place it tries to spawn. So if we get a second helicopter explode, we'll know what's up.
Select sector.
Nope, it found a better spot. No, it did not find a better spot, actually. So this is the fallback spot. Still don't know why that one exploded though. I think we're getting very, very close to being out of flat areas on this hill. Nope, it's still squeezing them in here. So I can pretty much 100% guarantee the next one's gonna explode.
Select sector.
Oh, spawn. That's tight. Actually impressed this code is able to
Select
fit
sector.
this many Hurons in a single zone. Nice. So let's go find... I really want to do Saganese Harbor. So we're going to go modify the base distance code so we can get a base in the middle of the map. I don't even know, can Saganese Harbor be a base? Oh, there's your problem. Can be base. True. Gotta remember to fix that. So... do not want to commit that. So okay, so that's why we weren't getting Saganese Harbor as a base, because it was set to false.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector. Select sector. Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for the next sector.
Oh, we're getting there.
Select sector.
Come on, no whammies. Give me Saganese.
Warlords protocol initialized. Voting for
Nailed
the
it.
next sector.
Nailed it.
Select
Let's go.
sector.
Okay, this was the original zone people reported stuff blowing up at.
Select sector. Sector selected.
One little bird.
Select sector.
Two little birds.
Select sector.
Three little birds.
Select sector.
Four little birds.
Select sector.
Five little birds.
Select sector. Select sector. Select sector. Select sector.
Okay, I think I can say pretty conclusively, because people were saying this zone stuff was always exploding in. So,
Select sector.
Okay, we're gonna snipping tools. Save as sag. LED spawns. Sweet. Okay, but before we start messing around too much here, let's go back and go change that true to a false here. So don't push that out to the world. Okay, there we go. Code is safe. Resaved. Go make a little troll post in Discord about this. Pictures. Okay, cool. I think we'll push this up to GitHub and call it good. So we didn't have time to work on the side chat spam, anti-spam code. I'll get the dedicated server up tomorrow and we'll test this heli spawn code on the dedicated server tomorrow or the next day. I'm not exactly sure when it'll be, but basically whenever I get the dedicated server up will be the next stream, so I can test this out real quick. This code should work exactly the same on the dedicated server, but dedicated server you're gonna have just a little bit of induced lag. So yeah, let's push this up to GitHub, close this out. I just close Arma completely. Not a bad stream. We haven't had a stream in about a month. I was waiting on Ando, who's the owner of the Open Warlords project, to attach a proper license to his project, and he has not got back to me on that, so that's why we're working on U11 stuff. Actually, you know what we do gotta do? We need to go comment on all the system chat we put in here. There we go. Got all our system chat debugging stuff out. I could probably get rid of this and clean it up, but eh. We could do that some other time. Let's get this pushed up. What did I do here? Oh, we gotta go back and fix that. Actually, let's just discard that change. Discard changes. And discard changes as mission. Okay, so our only changes are here. Cool. And we are all done. So I will see you guys in maybe tomorrow night, maybe 2 nights. I need to, yeah, we'll see. And I still got one of these beers left over, so might goof around. I might jump on the FS server just to goof around a little bit or something. So who knows? I will see you guys maybe in a day or 2, maybe next week. I have no idea. See you then.